Francisco Palomares. I have two paintings, the Pinata in the Old English landscape and Guapo. The concepts that I explore in my paintings are about identity, culture, and the history of Los Angeles and myself. This piece is about it's a humorous look into my Mexican-American background. It includes two different cultures that I grew up, first being that I'm the first generation Mexican-American, and so the Pinata is a reflection of that. And the English background is a juxtaposition of what my upbringing, of my education. I had since I was born here in Los Angeles, I had a Western European education. And my training as an oil painter was based on European artists of the 18th century Renaissance. And so for me it was sort of a duality of mixing both cultures into one piece, and a humorous way of approaching it, sort of a joyful. The inspiration that comes from this is sort of the area that I work and live in, East Los Angeles. And just seeing all of the warehouses that sell these piñatas and candy and wholesale products for big to small Mexican parties. And so I just pay attention to my surroundings and what I'm familiar with and what I grew up with. And always the piñata just brings a lot of joy to me. And so I bought a few piñata paintings, and just by looking at them, I wanted to give them a nobility, a prestige that I would see in classical Renaissance paintings, and how the wealthy would get commissioned paintings of their prized animal or possession, or have a painting of themselves with a dog close next to them of loyalty and wealth. And so I'm treating the piñata in the same way, that for me is a prized item, prized possession that culturally has a lot of significance, but the actual item itself is really inexpensive. And so I'm taking an inexpensive item that has a lot of symbolism and putting it into an oil painting and increasing its value and its symbolism in a old traditional landscape style that calls for attention. And that was the inspiration for these series of paintings. My creative process for painting is looking at the people and the places and the kind of stories that come from just observing the city of Los Angeles. And I photograph images, and I just collage them and put them together to create a story that I want to tell the viewer, to give them a slice of Los Angeles and the culture of Los Angeles and the people that live there. Ganas de Existir is an expression for our will to be unapologetic, unfiltered about what we feel, what we want to say to the world, and how our experiences have been here in Los Angeles, coming from immigrant parents. It's sort of a reflection, a process of how we have culturally assimilated, and also have been searching or wanting to obtain our cultural heritage and maintaining that and learning from that, and sort of us seeking that and what we have learned and reflecting that to the viewers. I want viewers to see the diversity of working artists in their choice of mediums. I want them to see how painting, installation, sculpture, and even non-traditional fine art materials can be turned into an object of art to communicate one's experiences, feelings, and tribulations. I also want people to see the unity that artists have, to be able to come together and to be united and organized in a way to be able to collaborate with the city to organize the show. So not always being the model of going to an art gallery and waiting for an art gallery to exhibit your work, but coming together with other artists in the community to organize an art show that is meaningful to all of us, to the artists and to the community.